Welcome to this DaVinci Resolve Fusion node breakdown. Today's node is part 4 of our emitter node, and today we're going to be going over the brush style of our particles. So before we begin, I'm going to go ahead and change our region, and we're going to use the line again today. So as a reminder, it's got 2 points, one for the beginning and one for the end. And on this line is where our particles will be spawned. So we're going to go over here and add some velocity. And we're going to change our number to like 2. So what the brush style does is it allows you to select brushes that are loaded on your system as particles. So if we pick this fish, we have little teeny tiny fish going across our screen. And let's move this over, and that's a lot of fish. And before we go, we're gonna jump into the size first so we can see what's going on. And we're gonna up the size of our particles. And we're gonna go 2. So now we see these fish being generated as particles going across. And you can pick any brush. So if we want little bombs going across, we can pick the bombs brush. You can pick the snowflakes, but we're gonna stick to fish. So now we've got fish swimming across our screen. Now under your style, you have the ability to change your gain, which is just changing the gain of that brush. You can pick which brush you want, and you can change the aspect, whether it's just the image format, the size of the image, the aspect of the actual brush image. Default for the frame, which is probably going to be the same as the brush. Or you can do a custom, so you can actually change the size or the aspect ratio of our little fish here. And we're going to leave that on image format. Under color controls, again, with this, we really can't control colors on the brushes. Same with our color variants and our color over life. We can't alter those for these brushes. For your size control, we can change the size. We can change the variance. Change that to 1.5, or let's just make this 2. There. So we got some big fish and little fish. And I'm going to actually go down and dump this down to 1 so we don't have so many fish going on. So now we've got our fish swimming across there again at various sizes. Now we can change our size Z scale just like everything else. And we're going to leave that bumped up. And we're going to change our size to velocity. So the faster they're going or the slower they're going, the bigger they are or smaller they are. Now we've got that. And we can go in here and change our velocity variance to alter those sizes even more. So we have some fish swimming faster, some swimming slower. Now over here we can change the size over life. So the younger they are, the smaller they are. The older that particle gets, the larger they are. So they'll grow. We're going to go ahead and reset this. For your fade controls, you can fade in and fade out. Our merge controls allows them to be subtractive or additive. And we can do a burn it on top of the particles. And again, with our blur controls, we can blur each particle independently. So that's blurring all of them. And we can have a blur variance. So some are blurrier than others. we can blur over life. So the younger and the older, we got to actually add some blur. So it kind of looks like that. And let's reset this. And then again, we also have the ability to do Z blur. So if we go to our controls and we change our Z angle of our fit, whoa, hey, we've got some fish flying into our camera. So, but I really want to crank this Z angle. We've got too many fish flying at us. There we go. Good enough. All right, so now we've got a Z angle without fish flying into our camera. And we can go back to our style and we can change this Z blur. And we can change our depth of field focus areas. So to get this look a little better, because they should be flying towards our camera, what we can do is we can change the size of our lines. And if we come back to our controls, we can swing that in a little closer. We start having fish fly in our camera, and we still do. Let's back that up a little bit. There, now we don't have fish flying in our camera. And then we can go to our style and we can go to our size, and we can change our size over life and make these guys smaller, make these guys bigger. We'll go even smaller. So now it looks like they're going towards the camera a little more. A little closer. And down here, we've got the ability to glow. And you can see these actually glow. And we can do our blur blend. And we can add a little more blur to our depth of field there. There we go. We've got an awesome school of fish using the line region and our brush style on our particle emitter. I will see you in the next node breakdown.